Memphis is secretly going through a rebuilding process on a massive scale, and I believe this could possibly be the greatest opportunity for wealth and happiness to come to an American city, especially for those whom already live there. The city of Memphis, Tennessee was ranked the most dangerous place in the United States of America, and in the past few weeks, President Donald Trump has had this hard-on for cleaning up our most dangerous cities.
But we're going to straighten out the crime in these cities. He said, sir, Memphis would be good because he's on the board of FedEx. He said, when I walk 1 block to my hotel, they won't allow me to do it. They put me in an armored vehicle with bulletproof glass to take me 1 block. He said, it's so terrible.
The Memphis Safe Task Force had began operations in late September, and the Tennessee National Guard began patrol on the 10th of October. With that being said, it's obvious the liberally minded people whom don't see our president as someone they respect are quite upset with the matter. However, some of the citizens of Memphis seem to disagree. It seems as though regular people are happier when they don't have to fear going outside. Parents, children, and even common everyday people are expressing their thanks to our president.
Fool, I ain't even gonna care when I say this, bruh. But since they brought the National Guard down to Memphis, I ain't heard no screeching tires out late at night. I ain't heard no gunshots. These folks really putting belt to ass right now. That don't mean that crime ain't going on, but these folks really got these folks scared to go outside now. Like, this shit crazy.
Some of y'all might get mad at me. And at this point, I don't give a damn. I'm not into politics. I'm not into all of that extra stuff that people be losing their life over. I ain't into all that. We human, whatever. But I will say thank you to Trump for bringing these National Guards and doing what they doing down here in Memphis right now. You know, for the first time in 5 years. I've been in my home for 5 years. And for the first time, my kids have been able to play in the backyard and be able to do it comfortably.
With the crime seemingly going down, it's too early to see any statistics on the matter. With that being said, from what I can tell, it's so far successful.
It's been real quiet in Memphis, as a matter of fact. I haven't seen so many black people appreciating President Trump out of a place like that ever, to be honest. And these people are going out in the streets and they're letting their kids play in the front yards. And they're enjoying this this type of peace that they haven't had in a very long time. You see, they've had a very, very big issue with crime. And since the National Guard's come, you have parents that are saying that they haven't been able to let their kids play in front of the house like this for years.
And of course, not everyone can see the blatant truth outside. It seems as if some of these folks just refuse to live in reality, instead of living online as if X is a real place they could travel to.
I just seen 3 separate videos of women in Memphis thanking Donald Trump for the work he's doing here by sending the National Guard here, saying shit like, oh my God, the neighborhood is so safe now. My kids are able to play outside. I haven't heard a gunshot in weeks. Thank you, Donald Trump, for sending the National Guard here and for protecting our city. You really are making America great again. You a dumb bitch, because it sounds like you live in a neighborhood that's not so good. In that same neighborhood that you congratulating him on your kids being allowed to play outside in, he's about to push your black ass out of it.
So let me get this straight. The crime goes down in the neighborhood, and you're upset because it was a bad neighborhood to begin with? But also Trump is going to kick you out of that same bad neighborhood because it's now good? And how exactly is he supposed to do that?
He's about to go and gentrify the whole area. Why do you think he's trying to get rid of criminals, of black people, of bad seeds, so he can get the lower class people out of the lower class neighborhoods that they pushed our asses into? You get what I'm saying? To take it from us and build higher class neighborhoods and make this city into a tourist city. It's all a money scheme, and y'all dumbasses are not upset about this shit.
How does that make any sense? They pushed you into that neighborhood. Since when? And instead of, I don't know, building a whole new neighborhood that would be more cost efficient, Trump will spend $100 million on a task force to clean things up, and also somehow, some way, kick out thousands of residents from their homes. I'm sorry, but I don't get what you're saying. But there's other problems besides crime in Memphis. The average income per household in Memphis is roughly $51,000, and the average individual income is about $31,000. They seem to both be under the national average in the United States, let alone over 22% of the population of Memphis is under the poverty line. That essentially means that the residents of Memphis, especially those who are in the worst kinds of neighborhoods, can't afford to go anywhere. They can't all go to jail, and they definitely can't force anyone to leave their homes, as that would be illegal.
The two variables to crime. Easy formula. Population and poverty. You can point anywhere on the map. Worldwide. High population, high poverty equals crime.
Right.
Take one of those away. Let's say you have high population, low poverty. Nobody has the incentive to criminalize anybody. Low population, high poverty, there's nobody to criminalize.
Now the question is, how do we fix the poverty issue? Well, I'm glad I asked. You see, there seems to be a plan in place to dump a whole lot of money into the city, almost as if it was planned alongside making it safer to live there. The plan is to make Memphis the AI hub of America, with Elon Musk and Google both building large AI factories and data centers within the county area. Elon has spent over $12 billion on his project and has already purchased a large factory near Boxtown. Google, on the other hand, plans on spending $4 billion on a brand new facility, and they just broke ground in West Memphis.
As state and local leaders come together to celebrate and envision what will be on this more than 1,000 acres of land in West Memphis, the future site of the Google data center.
However, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. The EPA is now trying to sue Elon and his company for environmental damages. If you ask me, it sounds like bullshit.
In Memphis, Elon Musk is making a play to control the future of artificial intelligence. His company xAI says it has built the biggest supercomputer in the world with lightning speed. Paul Young is the city's mayor.
It represents a tremendous opportunity, an opportunity for us to take our economy to the next level.
xAI says it will create $100 million in revenue and hundreds of jobs. But the digital future needs power, lots of it. These are the gas turbines fueling the supercomputer they call Colossus. They emit hazardous pollutants like formaldehyde and nitrogen oxides, according to the manufacturer.
Although it's true, there are pollution issues. The EPA gets to pocket that money, and not those who are affected, essentially making the rich get richer. But as you heard from the mayor himself, this is a huge opportunity, especially for those living in Memphis. But you may be thinking, AI is supposed to replace us, not give us more jobs. How will this benefit us? Well, you see, these factories don't build themselves, and even when they are complete, they need to be maintained. Not to mention the power grid needing a massive facelift, along with waterworks and other upgrades to the city that it so desperately needs. Let me preface this by saying I am by no means a financial advisor. Do what you will on your own accords. However, I would highly recommend, if you live in the area, learning a trade so that you could rake in the benefits. If you own property, you'll likely see steady growth and appreciation. In fact, it's aimed to be above the national average in the coming years, so if you can afford it now and you're on the fence, allow me to give you a nudge. Now, you could look at this situation in multiple ways. You could be someone who hates our president, along with Elon and the National Guard for everything that they do and stand for, or you could look at this as a huge opportunity, an opportunity for your city, as it's getting safer and there are more income streams, an opportunity for your family, as you can now play with your children outside without fear. And an opportunity for you, because at the end of the day, you can't beat the facts. Things are looking up for Memphis. Until next time, YouTube, this was The Call of the Void.